All right, good morning, everybody. Just left Hawk Mountain Shelter. Got like an 8 or 9 mile stretch today, depending on where I feel like stopping and camping for the night. It's about 10 a.m. Got down to like 27, 28 degrees last night. Pretty chilly, but definitely put my sleeping kit to the test, but stayed warm enough to get some decent sleep. Took me like an hour and a half this morning to get up, make coffee, cook breakfast, tear down camp, filter water. Kind of annoying that it took me that long, but I know that'll get much quicker as this progresses. So it looks like it's going to be another beautiful day, which is great because last I checked, after that it's rain and thunderstorms in the forecast for a few days. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, still feeling good. No soreness at all. Ibuprofen might be playing a small role in that, but just taking that a little bit in the morning and the evenings is preventative. So gonna plan on doing that for the first couple weeks. And yeah, it's part of the master plan anyway, so. About 3 miles or so into my day here. It's been primarily uphill. I'm quite winded. It's probably 38 to 40 degrees out, I think, and I'm rocking shorts and sweating like crazy. So that's what happens, I guess, when you're hiking up mountains with a pack on. Last night at Hawk Mountain, it's near Camp Merrill, which just does Army Ranger training. And it's probably 1 a.m. and all of a sudden it just goes crazy with lots of automatic gunfire. They do a lot of training and things in the area, I guess. So that was pretty wild to listen to. They were blowing through rounds for like a good hour. A couple choppers flew by at pretty low altitude at probably 2 a.m. Kind of wild to hear that. I don't know how close they were, but sounded like they were only like quarter mile away. But out here in these mountains, as cold as it was, they could have been 5 miles away. You wouldn't have known the difference, but it was definitely loud. No one was sleeping until that was done with, but probably still hear it a little bit tonight at the next shelter if they're out there training again, but after that we'll be past that. But that was kind of neat. Came down from Hawk Mountain yesterday afternoon to Goop Gatch to camp for the night, and ran into our first bit of trail magic. Fella had a cooler full of PBRs and Rolling Rock and a bunch of snacks. It was much appreciated on a warm day. I I'd kind of joked on the way down the last ridge that not sure I had enough toilet paper ration to make it to the next resupply, and that's one of the things the fella had there was a roll of TP. Being a thru hiker from last year, he was able to anticipate our needs, so we had beer, snacks, ibuprofen, toilet paper. So the trail will provide. It's a gentleman named Stay Put. Then when we were tearing camp down this morning, there's actually a parking lot where we camped. Another fella showed up with a bunch of oranges and honey buns and water and yoo-hoos. So it's been quite the experience so far. And we all love that trail magic. So I'm sure there'll be more to come, and we'll love it each and every time. Another beautiful day. Great to be alive. Okay, about halfway through my day here. It's like our third gorgeous day in a row. Eventually gonna get a reality check on that, so we'll see how that works out. Legs feel great except for my right knee, and it's only bothering me going downhill. I'm already at that point where I'd rather be going uphill than down, which is counterintuitive until you've actually been doing it for a few days. But just taking ibuprofen and take it easy for a bit, so should be good. Like I said, only hurts going downhill. So yeah, got about another 3.5-4 miles to go to set up camp for the night. Then we have like a quick 7 miles into Neal's Gap in the morning, which is like my first resupply point. And I think a few of us are probably gonna end up renting a cabin there. You can throw down on a 4-person cabin for like under 20 bucks a piece and catch laundry and a shower, and they've got beer and pizza. So it's what it's all about. All right. Hey guys, it's like 7:30 in the morning. Camped at Girard Gap last night. Got a hike up to the top of Blood Mountain and then down into Neal's Gap. It's probably only gonna do that 5 miles today and then rest at Neal's Gap. But there's supposed to be a thunderstorm coming in soon, so try to get up and out of camp, and hopefully I'll get down off the top of the mountain before it gets here. That's the plan anyways. But yeah, it's only 5 miles, but the first 3 miles is about like 1,600 feet in elevation climb to get to the top of Blood Mountain. And then you drop straight down into Neal's Gap. So see how this works out, but didn't really like tearing down camp in the dark. Yeah, beats getting stuck on top of a mountain in a thunderstorm, unless that ends up happening anyway. So we shall find out. Either way, I think there's coffee, beer, and pizza in my future, so we'll make the best of her. I think nearly to the top of Blood Mountain, at least my lungs and glutes are advising me of such. I should mention this 5-mile stretch I'm doing up and down Blood down into Neal's Gap. It's the only stretch on the entire AT where you're not allowed to camp without a bear can. Everywhere else you can just hang a food bag in a tree. So I guess the bears in this particular stretch are maybe notably clever or aggressive, I don't know. but so that's on my mind a little bit. I'm on Blood Mountain and I just filtered water from Slaughter Creek, so yeah, bit ominous, but so normally there's a gorgeous view from the peak of Blood Mountain, but ain't gonna happen today, so can't see them all. All right, yeah, pretty much down out of Blood Mountain to Neal's Gap. I can see the road from here, so that's a good sign. No views at all up there today, and I mean it's just like a couple real rocky balds up there, and you can just kind of sense the vastness of it up there in every single direction, but couldn't see 20 feet with this drizzle and fog and whatnot. But yeah, about a 1,200 foot drop coming out of there the last couple miles. I lost all that elevation I gained this morning, so that's how she goes. But you can tell it's really beautiful out there. I might have to backtrack and hike up there tomorrow if it's a nice day for the view. That's not a thing. All right, here at Neal's Gap, the infamous mountain crossings, you can see the tree behind me with a bunch of shoes in it. That's because this is where 1 in 4 people call it a day and tap out on their thru hike. So I'm gonna keep mine on my feet for now. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay here for a bit and move on, or spend the night here. I don't know, gotta resupply my food and see what time it is and what I feel like doing. No plan is the plan, for as far as I know. Okay, another close call last night. Had 2 pretty severe thunderstorms come by and they split us. So we didn't even really get rained on, but pretty windy for a minute there, but worked out. Trying to up the mileage a little bit today, shooting for a shelter that's just under 15 miles of a hike. We've been averaging about 10 mile days so far. Thought is, because Hiawassee, which is our next resupply, is about 35, 36 miles. If we can do 14, 15 mile days, 2 of them, and then that next morning when we wake up, we'll just have a real short 6, 7 miles maybe into Hiawassee and resupply and get my first look at a shower and laundry. By then it'll be like 8 or 9 days, I think, so that'll be appreciated. Other than that, it's another clear blue day. I don't know that anyone's spent like their first 6-7 days on the AT before without getting rained on during the day. So we got some sprinkles overnight a few times and a little wet in the morning tearing down camp, but have not really been rained on. So obviously I'm jinxing myself, so we know what's going to happen tomorrow. But other than that, just got some miles to push, and that's what it is. Up here at the top of Blue Mountain at Blue Mountain Shelter. Gonna actually stay in the shelter tonight because it's supposed to rain most of the night, and tomorrow's gonna be a tough big mileage day, and just really wanted to get an early start, and I have to tear down camp and everything, so we're deep in there. It's like 9 people in a 7-person shelter, so it's pretty tight, but I managed to trade half a cookie for some earplugs, so the barter system is alive and well up here. Yeah, did like 16 miles today. Tomorrow is gonna be about the same, but with like substantially more elevation change. So right now it's a nice night, but the weather's calling for all kinds of rain. So I kind of hope it does rain, because if it doesn't, then I could have probably been more comfortable in my tent. But it's the way she goes. So just about to make some dinner and relax a little bit, and it's 5 o'clock, probably be in bed by 7, so like or midnight. All right, guys. Sit, Soze, sit. Good boy.